Today we are at Rock Pit Brewing in Orlando, Florida, and we hosted the very first top tier TC, Subto, and Gator meetup.
Because what's Pace's #1 rule?
We don't know it.
You don't know Pace's #1 rule?
Buy creatively, right?
Don't lose money, thank you. Sebastian, right?
I think that's
Bam! Yeah, so that's why on my my sheet here, which I can share with everybody, I just brought it because I like, when I say I have a deal in my back pocket, I literally, it's my deal. All the key points that investor or a lender or a private money person is gonna wanna see. You know, what's the cash on cash? You know, what's the monthly expenses? Obviously some photos.
Insurance is a big bummer in St. Augustine.
Yeah, so, okay, so here's the way I navigate the insurance thing. One, I make sure that the property's not in a flood zone, A. And what the insurance companies really care to look for are the 4 major components. They care to look for the roof, the plumbing, the AC, and the electrical. It's the 4 point of the property. These are the hearts and lungs of the property. If all these things are updated in the property, they'll give you a fair insurance quote, a premium on the property. So like the property that I just took down in Jacksonville to give you reference, it's got a 2019 roof, been replumbed, the AC's 8 years old, and the electrical is all copper. So that property, I'm only at like 2,000 a year in insurance.
Oh wow, that's good.
So it's not bad. So I know when I'm looking at these deals, just so you know, I'm factoring in these things. Like, are these 4 things updated? And if they are updated, then I know that I'll take down the deal. One of my exit strategies is short-term rental, and that's been for the past years. But being with short-term rental, you have to have such a unique product for you to survive. So the big project that I just did in North Carolina, it's got a jacuzzi, it's got an ice bath, it's got a sauna, it's got the views. It's a very unique product. I have a premium product. I charge $500 to $1,000 a night. Well, on the pad split side of things, I like it because I can get 25% plus cash on cash returns on these properties that I'm coming across subject to. Prior to me looking at subject to deals or seller finance deals, they just don't cash flow as long-term rentals. And so not only that, on the flip side of that is I rented a bedroom at one point. So I know what it feels like to be a consumer trying to look for a bedroom. Prior to that, I was looking on Craigslist and Facebook. You know, this is years ago.
The best way possible.
I don't like to do that because I only like to lock up deals that I know I can assign.
Exactly.
But in my early stages, I knew that some of them weren't the best deals, but I knew.
My first wholesale deal that I locked up when I first got into the game, before I was in a part of any community, but I was learning about Pace. December 2022, I locked up a wholesale deal out in Cocoa Beach. It was a total fix and flip, total gut, total everything. Locked it up. My numbers were off by about 20 grand, but I put $1,000 EMD down. But I was like, no, I'm gonna see this thing through. I had my 10-day inspection period on it. Couldn't get the construction numbers to work, couldn't get the reno numbers to work. So when I tried to dispo it, I went to a couple of different people to help me dispo it. And I was like, I don't even want an assignment fee. Like, I just want to be able to say I did it. Couldn't do it, but I went past the 10-day inspection period and I lost $1,000.
The reason why we're bringing these 3 communities together is we want to be able to bridge the gap. I see a lot of people in top tier that don't know Gators, and a lot of people in Gator that don't know people in Subto. I feel that Orlando is a very fantastic area for us to have a second meetup to where these 3 communities are all meeting together. One of the pitfalls that we have here in Orlando is there's only one other Subto meetup, which is a fantastic meetup, but we're encumbering all 3 communities. I feel like people know each other from Zoom and phone calls, but they don't know each other locally. So what we're doing today is we're bridging that gap. Today, we had over 40 people show up to our very first event. We want you guys to be at our very next event. We're gonna be doing this on a monthly basis. Like I said, top tier TC, Gator, and Subto meetup. So if you are a part of one of these 3 communities, make sure you show up to our next event we're gonna have at the end of February, which will be the last Wednesday of the month. Of every month, we're gonna be hosting another event for you guys to come to. So if you wanna join, you wanna be a part of this with all these community members and collaborate and find your next PML, or maybe you find your next deal, or maybe you find your next top tier TC, make sure you show up. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Real Javier Paredes. We'll see you guys on the next one.
2 on 3 is what pace says. I don't know. It's Sebastian.
Ready?
Sebastian on 3.
Let's go.